Hi, I am so excited to introduce y'all to Dan Carroll. He has a new book out. He's the author of Realistic Painting Workshop and Creative Methods for Painting from Life, and it's published by Quarry. Dan, it's good to see you, and I just want to ask you a few questions about your book. Congratulations, by the way.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was really intrigued by your book. One of the first things that I noticed was that you talked about being creative as part of our birthright. Could you expand on that a little bit?
Good. Everybody out there raise your right hand and say, I'm an artist, because you always have been. Somewhere down the line we forgot to be artists. When we were 4 years old, we were artists. And that's our birthright. We learn everything we learn to do at 4-year-olds. Actually, professional artists try to get back there with that freshness and that intriguing ability and excitement of a child.
Okay, so cool. So also that ties in obviously with the talent myth that you also talk about.
Yes, the talent myth is that I take you through steps of seeing, how you learned how to see as an infant. And that the myth is that it's not talent to be able to see, and so we all have those mechanics. Artists have just learned to ask 5 questions of those visual mechanics as a child.
Can you go through what those 5 questions are? Can you touch base on just a little bit of that?
Very simple questions. They ask the painting. They ask actually the painting. What am I doing over and over too much? The color and value questions. Too light, too dark, the right color. Is this the right shape? And then there's the third. What's in front? What's behind? And then really the 5th one is kind of a composition question. It's what do I see first, second, third, fourth, fifth? How does my eye move around the painting?
Okay, that's very cool. Also, I noticed that you say that pretty much anybody can paint, even those that maybe have only done paint by numbers or have never even picked up a paintbrush. And now, how do you get that?
Sounds nuts.
Sounds
the thing
magical.
is that in 12 hours, I can teach you how to paint. And it's not me teaching you, it's you teaching you, because all I'm teaching you to do is to bring up those central important mechanics of sight that you've been using all your life and that are subconscious. I bring them up consciously, and that transfers into a professional painting in 12 hours.
Okay, on a personal note, I noticed that I want to know what you get from teaching. I know that you have been teaching for over 30 years, and a lot of your experience has been with non-traditional students. And I'd like to know what you learned from that non-traditional student.
Well, the thing is that since this is your birthright, and the non-traditional student teaches me how to teach because they're fresh at this, and that one of the most marvelous experiences I had was working with mentally challenged people, and that their thought processes made me feel challenged, and that the way they saw things in new ways, they taught me that there's more up there than I know what's up, my own.
Right,
and
right.
That's the most exciting part for me, is that once everybody learns that they're actually been an artist all their life, wow, what else is out there? What else is up there for me to discover with the right question?
Okay, cool. Well, I saw that darling picture of you and your granddaughter in the very front for your author photo, and her name is Lainey, and I'd like to know how Lainey has reopened or reawakened some of your senses.
Well, there's many of the old cultures in the East, they take an infant that is less than 1 year old, and they don't let their feet touch the ground because they feel that they're angels that have come down to earth here to actually teach us what's important,
right,
and how to be a wise child adult and enjoy life. And that's what the children teach me.
so that become as a little child is literal.
Yes, it is so exciting because seeing red for the first time, this is what artists want to do. They want to get back to that childlike discovery. And this balances our brains, our two hemispheres. It makes us whole again. It makes us excited about life. It's our birthright.
Very cool. Very cool. I would love to see something like this in all of our public schools, to teach the teachers about children's different learning styles. Is this something that, with this book, that you could see happening?
We all have learning styles and thinking styles. In the old cultures, there wasn't a hierarchy in them, out of 8 or 10 different thinking and learning styles. In our culture, there is a hierarchy. I want to bring it back where everybody's learning and thinking style is equal and important and accessible.
Okay, and my last question, which you pretty much, I can already see where your passion comes from, but if you could just end with that on where your passion does come from.
Oh, it comes from seeing people light up when that child that hasn't been able to speak very much with the adult, with those two voices start talking again and start dancing together. There's just such a marvelous, magical change in their lives. Happiness, and like I said, what else is there that's hidden that I can open up with a few new questions? This is the passion. I get very excited when someone lights up and turns on.
Yeah, it's exciting. Very exciting. Oh, this was such a pleasure to just sit with you and ask you a few questions about this process, because it's almost an unbelievable thing this book is promising, and it's such a cool thing to be a part of. And I wish you the best of luck with it. And I will do some more interviews and so show some student work and get some more things out there for you. Congratulations again. Thank you.
And just remember, you are an artist.
True.
Don't let
I am
anybody
an
tell you
artist. My hand is up. I am an artist. Thanks, Dan.